Late 1960s, Northern California was living in fear. A mysterious killer was stalking young couples, leaving behind bodies, cryptic letters, and terrifying messages for the police. But what made this case different was that the killer wanted to be known. He called himself Zodiac. On a cold night near Lake Herman Road, two teenagers sat in a parked car. 17-year-old David Faraday and 16-year-old Betty Jensen. Suddenly, another car pulled up behind them. Moments later, gunshots shattered the silence. Both teenagers were found dead. At the time, police had no suspect and no motive. But this was only the beginning. Months later, another couple parked near Blue Rock Springs Park. Inside the car were Darlene Ferrin and Michael McGough. A man approached their vehicle and opened fire. Ferrin died. McGough survived. But the most chilling moment came 40 minutes later. Someone called the police. The caller calmly confessed to the attack and also claimed responsibility for the first murders. Weeks later, newspapers received strange letters sent to the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald. Inside were coded messages and a symbol, a circle with a cross. The writer demanded that the letters be printed on the front page, or he would kill again. For the first time, the sender signed the letter, "I am the Zodiac." Then came the most disturbing attack. At Lake Berryessa, a man wearing a black executioner style hood approached a couple relaxing near the lake. The victims were Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard. He tied them up, then stabbed them repeatedly. Before leaving, he walked to their car and wrote a message on the door, listing the dates of his previous murders. Just weeks later, in San Francisco, a taxi driver named Paul Stein picked up a passenger. That passenger shot him in the head. The killer then calmly wiped the cab, tore off a piece of the victim's shirt, and mailed it to a newspaper as proof. The Zodiac continued sending letters filled with complex codes and puzzles. One of them, the Zodiac 340 cipher, remained unsolved for over 50 years until it was finally cracked in 2020. Yet even after decoding it, the killer's true identity was never revealed. Police investigated thousands of suspects. One of the most famous was Arthur Lee Allen, but there was never enough evidence to charge him. Decades later, the case remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in American history. The Zodiac killer vanished, but his letters, ciphers, and victims ensured that his story would never disappear. More than 50 years later, investigators still ask the same question: who was the Zodiac killer?